One day, I looked in the mirror and realized I didn't recognize the woman looking back at me. My hair was falling out. My stomach was so swollen that people thought I was pregnant. I was exhausted all the time. I was dealing with heavy bleeding, anemia, digestion issues, depression, and eventually thyroid problem. And the scary part, nobody could tell me why. As a hairstylist with more than 20 years of experience, I knew her. But I didn't understand why my own hair was disappearing. What I didn't know then was that my hair wasn't the problem. It was the warning sign. And what happened next completely changed the direction of my life. If you are a woman over 40, dealing with hair loss, fatigue, bloating, hormone changes, thyroid issues, or feeling like your life, your body has suddenly turned against you, I want you to stay with me. Because this story may sound very familiar. Welcome back to Bellis Hair Restoration. Today, I'm here, Coach Malaika. Let's go back to 2015. I had just opened my salon in Kentucky. This was a dream come true. My own business, my own clients, my own schedule. Or at least that is what I thought. The reality looked very different. I was working constantly. Many days starting around 8 in the morning and ended close to midnight. 14 hours days. Sometimes 15 hours days. Week after week, month after month. I was booked. I was busy. I was making money. From the outside, everything looked successful. But my body was paying a price. I barely rested. I barely slowed down. I rarely took time for myself. Many nights I would come home exhausted, sit down to eat, and literally fall asleep before finishing my meal. My husband, my sweet husband, would wake me up and tell me to go take a shower and go to bed. At the time, I thought I was being productive. I thought I was building a future. But looking back now, I realize I was slowly burning myself out. My body was carrying a burden I couldn't see. Then, in 2017, my family moved to South Korea. And overnight, everything changed. I went from being fully booked with clients to sitting at home. My husband went to work. My children went to school. And I was alone. For the first time in years, everything became quiet. And honestly, I struggled. I had built so much of my identity around being busy, around serving clients. So much of my identity around being busy, around serving clients, around being needed. And suddenly, all of that was gone. I started feeling lost, disconnected, confused. I experienced depression. I battled thought telling me I wasn't valuable, that I was not accomplishing anything. Have you been there before? That I wasn't enough. Some of you know exactly what I am talking about. Sometimes life changes so quickly that you don't recognize yourself anymore. My faith became my anchor during that season. Because I would say there were days where faith was the only thing holding me together. Then my health became challenging. My digestion issue became a mess. I was constantly bloated. And when I say bloated, I don't mean a little uncomfortable. No. My stomach became so swollen that people would ask me when my baby was due. Like when my baby was due. Ouch. They assumed I was pregnant. Oh yeah. But I wasn't pregnant. I was inflamed. I also started experiencing symptoms that frightened me. I began noticing mucus when I used the bathroom. My digestion didn't feel normal. My body didn't feel normal. I knew something was not right. I went to the doctor after doctor, appointment after appointment, test after test. And I kept hearing the same thing. Eat more fiber. Try this, try that. But nothing was changing. Meanwhile, my skin began breaking out. My energy disappeared. My fatigue worsened. My body felt completely different. And then my hair started falling out. As you see in that picture, actually, that was before my hair. Then when my skin started first, then after that was my hair. Right here you can see I have a full hair, but just watch and see. Don't go yet. Wait. As a hairstylist, this was devastating. Every wash day felt emotional. Every detangling session ended with stream in my hair. Every glance in the mirror reminded me that something wasn't right. The shedding continued. The tying continued. My hair became weaker, more fragile, more difficult to manage. Eventually, I started wearing wigs. Not because I want to, because I was embarrassed. I was the woman helping other women care for their hair. And yet, I couldn't understand what happens to my own hair. I couldn't understand what is happening to my own hair. At the same time, I was also dealing with fibroids. The heavy bleeding became another challenge. And eventually, I became anemic. Think about what was happening. My digestion wasn't functioning properly. I was constantly inflamed. I was losing blood. Became iron deficient. My energy was disappearing. My hormones were struggling. And my hair was shedding. At the time, I didn't understand how connected all of these things were. Today, I do. Because my hair wasn't the problem. My hair was the messenger. And I think for some of you, probably, if you are hearing me right now, please don't leave yet. Your hair was just the messenger. See, one day, I came across a woman talking about nutrition and health coaching. She mentioned the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, that's IIN. My beloved IIN. And something inside of me paid attention so much. Looking back, I truly believe God used that moment to redirect my life. I enrolled, started learning. I became curious. I began studying nutrition, hormone, you name it, gut health, inflammation, lifestyle medicine. And you know what? And for the first time, pieces of the puzzle started coming together. Now that I'm looking even back, I realize symptoms don't happen in isolation. No. The body is interconnected. What affects the gut affects the hormone. What affects the hormone affects the hair. What affects stress can affect digestion. Everything is connected. And for the first time, I started seeing my health story differently. Literally. See, as I continue learning, I noticed many of my symptoms seems connected to thyroid dysfunction, the fatigue, the hair loss, the depression. And a lot of us, all of these symptom ladies, you are not going to hear from your doctor. That's why you need to become your go-to doctor. The digestion issues I was experiencing. the weight changes, the brain fog. Oh my goodness. I went back to my doctor and requested thyroid testing. The result confirmed that my thyroid was struggling. My blood was show problems. Imagine actually showing swelling. My doctor was very concerned. At that moment, I had the decision to make. I prayed. I sought wisdom. I continued learning. I began making significant lifestyle changes. I focused on nourishing my body, reducing inflammation, supporting my health in every way I knew how. I went to 2 weeks without eating. That's what I did first. Like pause, no food, just healing. And slowly, things began to change. And slowly, things began changing. See, the bloating improved. My digestion improved as well. My energy improved. My body began responding. My hair began responding as well. The shedding show the strength, the strength returned. I gained strength. The glow returned. Not overnight. Not magically, no. But gradually. One step at a time. One choice at a time. One day at a time. Trust me. I look very, I would say, like different from the woman who felt lost, exhausted, inflamed, and overwhelmed. Maybe this is you I'm talking to today. Maybe you have been there before. Maybe you just taking this role right now and you don't know what to do. Things are really hard right now in your hands. See, one of the greatest lessons I learned is this. Pay attention, Queen. Hair loss is often bigger than hair. That's true. That is true. Hair loss is connected to nutrition. That is true. Hair loss is connected to hormone. Very, very true. Hair is connected to stress. Oh, yes. Hair is connected to inflammation. Oh, yes, Lord. And you know what else? Hair is connected to gut health. Hair is connected to overall wellness. Today, we understand that chronic stress can influence multiple systems throughout the body. Stress can affect digestion. Digestion can affect nutrient absorption. Heavy bleeding can contribute to low iron level. Nutrient deficiency can alter hair growth. And hair follicles require nutrient and oxygen to thrive. This is why I tell women all the time. Sometimes your hair is not the problem. Sometimes your hair is the messenger. And some of us, we get angry at the messenger. No, we don't have to. We have to listen. We have to use wisdom. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Looking back now, I realized something beautifully. Something is beautiful. The hardest season of my life became the foundation of my purpose. And that is beautiful, Queen. What felt like a breakdown became a breakthrough. My struggle became my education. My pain became my mission. And today, when I help women dealing with hair loss, hormonal issues, hormonal changes, digestion issues, thyroid concern, and menopause, I do so from both education and experience. So if you are watching this and you are discouraged, listen to me, Queen. I want you to hear me very closely. Do not ignore what your body is trying to tell you. Please. That's the least, the first thing you can do. Please. Do not lose hope as well. You need your hope. And do not assume that hair loss is only about hair. No, it's not. I can tell you that from my own experience. And the experience of those that I serve daily. Sometimes the symptom that frustrates us the most become the invitation to look deeper. And when we begin supporting the whole woman, we often discover that restoration is possible. If this story resonates with you, let me know in the comment section. What was the first sign that your body was trying to get your attention? And if you are ready to learn more about restoring your crown from the inside out. Subscribe to this channel and join the community. Because healthy hair, ladies, began long before the product touched your scalp. And your crown deserves more than a temporary fix. Again, this is Coach Malaika with Queen Bellis Crown Restoration. We are here because we want to help you. And that's my pleasure and that's my mission. Again, don't forget, check the links. I also have a crown assessment. What about we figure out what met right now? Which phase are you in? Are you in a reset, reboot, or restore? I will talk to you soon, Queen. Ciao for now. Bye.